Hey survivors. So this is a subscriber exclusive, not pushing this out to anybody, but I just had to get this out, right? So I sent a message to some of my really good girlfriends in the beginning of the week with this word that was placed on my heart. And I said, I got to document this because I'm going to need this later. And so I just wanted to share it here just in case somebody else out there needs it too. So on Sunday, I started studying from the book of Luke, specifically looking at chapter 15. And chapter 15 from the book of Luke is three parables. And they are all parables that most of us are familiar with. And so the first parable in chapter 15 from Luke is the parable of the lost sheep. And so, you guys have heard the parable. You know the song, right? You got your 100 sheep. You leave the 99 to go looking for one, right? It's something we're all familiar with. And then we also have the parable of the prodigal son, which of course is the son who wanted all of his inheritance and he wants it right now, right? And he's like, I'm going to take my money and I'm going to go and do whatever I do. And he squanders it all. It's gone. He ends up working as a slave. He's starving. He's not, getting fed. He want to eat what the pigs eating. And he makes a decision to come back. And then you've got the last parable, which is the parable of the lost coin. And so in reading these three parables, I really got to thinking. When we look at the first two parables, for example, let's start with the parable of the lost sheep. When we're talking about a sheep or any animal, like take my puppy for instance, in a second you're probably going to hear him barking because he's outside and he wants to come inside. He's not necessarily lost, but in the event that he was lost, my puppy has the ability to make a sound to alert me that he's not, that he's not where he's supposed to be, and I can follow his sound to lead me to him, right? And so as Christians, we have the ability, right, to make utterances, to make sounds, to call out to the Lord for him to find us, right? And so we've got, the parable of the lost sheep. The sheep is able to make sound so that the shepherd can leave the 99 and go looking for him, listening for his utterances, right? And then let's take the prodigal son. The prodigal son takes all the money, spends all the money, and he ends up coming back on his own. And so after he squandered the money, after he's starving, after he wants to eat the pig food, he makes a conscious decision. I'm not trying to live like this. I know I've messed up. Father, take me back, right? And as Christians, that's some of our story too. I've been living in sin. I've been doing the absolute wrong thing, but I recognize the error of my ways. I recognize that I need you, God. Please take me back. But then there's that third parable, the parable of the lost coin. And so this one strikes me for several reasons. Number one, I'm always losing stuff. As a matter of fact, I told y'all in a previous video, this past week, I lost my keys and I lost my wallet. But even deeper than that, this strikes me, number one, because this is a parable about a woman, right? And in this particular parable, which I think is less familiar than the other two, is there's a woman and she's got coins and she's looking for this one coin. And so I believe there's 10 of them and she's lost one and she's all around the house looking for this coin. She's got a lantern. She's literally looking everywhere trying to find this coin because it's something of value, right? And so I really got to thinking, this coin is different than the sheep. Its coin is different than the son. And the reason this coin is different is because there is absolutely nothing that the coin can do on its own so that it can be found. So when we're talking about the sheep, again, like we said, the sheep was able to make a sound. When we're talking about the son was able to make that conscious decision to come back. But on its own, the coin is a completely inanimate object. There is nothing that this coin can do that is going to help it reveal itself and be found by this woman, right? And so this really struck me because How amazing is it, y'all, that we serve a God that just him on his own, without us doing anything, without the people that we love doing anything, he has the ability to find us. He has the ability to pull us out of hiding and place us in a position where we can be found and we can come back to him without doing anything, right? Like, this woman is looking for this coin and the coin can't make no sound. Just like my wallet and my keys couldn't make a sound. It can't do anything, right? It is like wherever it is. And the Lord legit has the ability, even if we don't cry out to him, even if we don't say, God, I messed up, I lived in sin, he still has the ability to put us in a position to be found, to put us in a position that we can come back to him. And then, just like the woman when she found her coin, he celebrates us. He welcomes us with open arms, and because we're his. And so I just thought that was super amazing, y'all. I thought it was just so amazing that while we want to be in a space where we can call out to the Lord, and we want our loved ones to be in that space, right? We want our loved ones to be in a space where they recognize the error of their ways, and they come back to Christ. But even if they don't, right? Even if they're not the sheep, even if they're not the son, they could be the coin, and it's okay. Because even if the people who we love, the people who are in our lives, are in that coin space where they're not making an effort or an attempt on their own, the Lord cares enough about them and cares enough about us, and our prayers are not in vain. We are that woman looking with that lantern, and even though the coin is not doing anything to help the situation, the Lord can allow it to be found. And so, yeah, that's what I got. The puppy is outside and he is making sounds. And so he is trying to tell me that he's ready to come in. And so I'm going to go find him now. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. This is video 13.5. We're not even going to call this the video for this week because I didn't put no notes or anything together for this. I just had to get that out because it needed to be documented and somebody other than me needed to hear it. And so, yeah, that's what I got. I hope everybody is having an amazing week on purpose. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time on The Survival Guide.